I am Suvarna Venkatrao Gaikwad, working as Assistant Professor in Department of Botany of Dada Patil Mahavidyalaya, Karjat, District, Ahmednagar. So I welcome you all in the new topic of TYBSc paper, that is Genetics and Evolution. So friends, in previous session we have seen complete dominance, back cross and test cross. In today's session, we are going to start our new unit, that is unit third, that is gene interaction. So we are going to learn introduction of gene interaction, then definition, then types and complementary and supplementary gene interaction. So let's start. So friends, as we know that according to Mendel, a pair of genes express one character in organism. For example, for eye color character, there is a need of two alleles. For nose shape, there is need of two alleles, and also for making insulin gene also there are two alleles. So, for expression of single character, there is a requirement of pair of a gene. Actually, this pair of a gene, these are called as allele. So, this is Mendelian inheritance. But friends, after rediscovery of Mendel's work, there are many scientists which work on plants and animals, and they perform different experiments and they got deviations to Mendelian ratio. As we know that basic Mendelian ratios are monohybrid ratio is 3 is to 1 and the dihybrid ratio is 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. But these scientists, after Mendel's work, they got different ratio from Mendel's ratio. Okay? And these were had done after Mendelism, so it is also called as post-Mendelian genetics or neo-Mendelian genetics. Okay, so the gene interaction was discovered by two scientists, that is Bateson and Unnett. Next we will see the definition of gene interaction. The expression of a single character by interaction of more than one pair of genes. So friend, this is the contrast of Mendelian inheritance. According to Mendel, a character can be expressed by two genes, and here Bateson and Punnett they said that a single character expressed by interaction of interaction of more than one pair of gene. In Mendelism, there is a requirement of two alleles or genes, and in interactions, many genes interact and produce a character. So this is the basic difference between Mendelian inheritance and gene interaction. Next, we will see the types of gene interaction. So basically, there are two types of gene interaction. One is the intergenic gene interaction and second is the intragenic gene interaction. So friends, as the term suggests, genic means gene and inter means between. So the interaction which takes place between two genes is called as intergenic interaction. As the two different genes, they should be non-allelic. Okay, so it is also called as non-allelic gene interaction. And the second type of interaction is intragenic. Genic means gene and intra means within. So the interaction which takes place within gene, and as we know that within gene there are two forms of a genes, that is alleles. So intragenic interaction is also called as interallelic interaction. Okay, that is between two alleles. So in this way, the gene interaction is of two types, intragenic and intergenic. The examples of intragenic interaction is incomplete dominance, complete dominance and multiple alleles. But the incomplete dominance and complete dominance we have seen in previous session, and multiple alleles we will going to see in further session. The second type is intergenic. In intergenic, examples are complementary gene interaction, supplementary gene interaction, inhibitory gene interaction and polygenes. So, the non-allelic gene interaction, here we are looking the figure, the interaction between genes located on different locus of same chromosome or different chromosome. If we see this figure, there are different genes such as capital A, capital B and capital C. They are present on same chromosome but their locus is different. The locus means position, and the genes which are present at different position, these are called as non-alleles. So the interaction which takes place between A, B, C, that is between these non-alleles, this type of interaction is called as non-allelic gene interaction. Okay. Next is the allelic gene interaction. As the term suggests, interaction takes place between two alleles. Here in this figure there is an allele for purple flower, that is capital P, and second allele for white flower, that is small p. Here the two alleles, they are presented on different chromosomes but on the same locus. Okay. So these type of genes, these are called as alleles, and the interaction between these alleles is called as allelic gene interaction. Okay. So now we are going to elaborate the non-allelic gene interaction. Non-allelic gene interaction is complementary, supplementary, inhibitory gene interaction, then duplicate genes and lethal genes. Let's study one by one. First is the complementary gene interaction. Now see the definition. When two or more non-allelic dominant genes independently produce a character. Okay. Two or more non-allelic genes independently produce a character, but when present together, they interact and produce a different character. So let's take an example of two genes, that is capital T and capital Y. So capital T will produce tall character and capital Y will produce yellow character. So capital T and capital Y, these are the two genes. Are they non-alleles? Yes, they are non-alleles. Are they dominant? Yes, capital T and capital Y, they are the dominant genes. Okay. So they independently produce a character. That means when capital T is alone, it will produce tall. When capital Y is alone, it will produce yellow. But when present together, when there is capital T with capital Y, they interact and produce a different character. That means when capital T present with capital Y, they neither produce tall nor yellow. They will interact and produce a different character. That means these two genes, they go together, they complement each other and this type of interaction is called as complementary gene interaction. Okay, let's take an example. This type of interaction is present in sweet pea plant. Scientific name of sweet pea plant is Lathyrus odoratus. So in this plant, there is inheritance of flower color in sweet pea. So in this plant, there are two varieties of sweet pea plant. Both varieties produces white flowers. So in this figure, there is a white variety 1 and white variety 2nd. So white variety 1 is due to the presence of capital C gene and white variety 2 is due to the presence of capital P. So when they cross in F1 generation, capital C present along with the capital P, but instead of producing white variety 1 or white variety 2, in F1 generation, they produce purple flower. If we self this F1 generation, that means when F1 generation undergoes selfing, there in F2 generation, out of 16 offsprings, 9 offsprings are purple and 7 offsprings are white. That means wherever there is a capital C present with the capital P, so these two genes, they complement each other, and instead of producing white, they produces purple variety. And wherever there is only capital C alone or capital P alone, there is a production of white variety. That means capital C alone will produce white, capital P alone will produce white. But when capital C and capital P together, they interact and they produce purple flower, because these two genes, they complement each other and produce a different variety. So this type of interaction is called as complementary gene interaction. So we get different ratio rather than Mendelian basic ratio 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. We get 9 is to 7 ratio. Okay, I hope you have understand the interaction. Next, we will see the supplementary gene interaction. In supplementary gene interaction, one dominant gene will produce its effect irrespective of presence or absence of other gene, while second dominant gene will produce its effect only if it is supplemented by first dominant gene. Now consider there are two genes, capital T and capital Y. They both are dominant gene. So one dominant gene will produce its effect. That is, if we consider capital T produces tall and capital Y produces yellow. If capital T will produce tall irrespective of presence or absence of other gene. That means capital T will produce tall whether capital Y is present or not. But the second dominant gene, that is capital Y, will produce its effect, will produce yellow color if it is supplemented by first dominant gene, that is capital T. That means capital T will produce tall whether capital Y is present or not, but capital Y will produce yellow only if it is supplemented by capital T. That means these two genes, they supplement each other, and this type of interaction is called as supplementary gene interaction. Okay. So this type of interaction is present in coat color of mice. So in mice, there are three types of coat color. One is the black, second is the albino, and third is the agouti. So the black coat color is due to capital C, albino is due to small c, and agouti is due to the capital A and capital C. That means for agouti, there should be capital A. Okay. But capital A will produce its effect only it is supplemented by capital C. Okay. Let's take an example. When black mice, when black mice is crossed with the albino mice. That means here black variety is due to the capital C and albino variety is due to the small c. When they crossed in F1 generation, capital C and capital A, they present together, they interact, and instead of producing black or albino, they produces agouti color. So the agouti color come from which background? So here capital A and capital C, they interact and they produce a different variety, that is agouti coat color. And when this F1 generation, they undergo selfing. In F2 generation, three types of offspring present, that is agouti, black and white. If we see the phenotypes, agouti color will produce its effect only when the capital A is supplemented by capital C. Black will produce its effect only when there is a single capital C is present. So, and albino will produce its effect due to the recessive gene. Okay, small c. In this way, agouti there are 9, black are 3 and albino are 4. So this is again deviation from the Mendelian basic ratio, that is 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. In this way, complementary interaction ratio is 9 is to 7 and supplementary interaction ratio is 9 is to 3 is to 4. So friends, we will stop here, and in next session we are going to study the epistatic gene interaction. Thank you.